Hello and welcome to another episode of the Legends League with me again, Lord Buckethead, B-Shank, and
Hello.
Michelle.
Hello.
We have round 2 of Spruce and Cube. Just coming off of a win for Cubes' team. A very convincing win. Did we catch the protected picks for either team?
Didn't see them, no.
No, I did not see them.
I'm assuming that the Kane is a protected pick once again. They're first picking that just in case it's stolen away by Spruce.
Do they
Obviously,
pick
that's
Galio?
Kane.
I wonder if the Galio pick maintained, and I wonder if it gets picked up here.
Yeah, I would like to see Spruce get that Galio this time. Obviously, it was stolen away from them by Cubes, and that was a very potent pick. We do see Spruce pick up the Galio. Probably what they wanted the first time. Again, we see a lot of top lane bans.
A lot of top lane bans. I wonder why they consider that to be like a. Does it have the potential of being a volatile matchup? Maybe with the Renekton? I don't understand the Ornn ban too much. I'm really surprised to see the Lulu ban as well. He didn't die last game. Maybe he had some really annoying polymorphs. I'm not sure, but it was enough to get team.
I expect that to be a call from Ratfart. Like, obviously, trying to use your E through a wall and you just get polymorphed, it tilts you off a cliff.
Yeah, I believe that. I believe that.
We see a Mumu coming out of Stone Giraffe.
Mumu coming in here. Not
Mumu
bad,
Galio
not bad.
combo.
Yeah,
very potent.
Pretty solid. The Mumu should resist the Kane's early game strength a little bit better, I think. He's still as potent in the mid game with his ultimate, just like the Fiddle would be. I'm interested to see how he plays around the Samira as well. I have a feeling Samira can use her W to block the bandage toss from a Mumu, but I'm not entirely sure. I'm sure we'll see the interaction some point this game, though.
I expect to see the Amumu just holding ult for a Samira ult. Just as soon as the Samira ult gets popped, you hit the Amumu R and she's done. She's locked in place, no longer ulting, and she's just duck. It's a very good pick. See the Jhin ban. Do they have a Jhin player? Truth, isn't it?
Yeah, I suppose. Like I said in the previous draft, Jin's just a really popular contested ADC pick this split, or not the split, but this preseason. Mainly because he just doesn't get punished as hard as other AD carries. He has a pretty clean build path. He actually has several options as well. I feel like he's just maybe just an easier AD carry to play in a time like this too. It's pretty straightforward. Orb walking isn't a big necessity on him. And he also has a lot of utility too, with long range root and a long range. I don't want to call it an engage, but it can be used as an engage. His ultimate. So I understand the ban there. It's just overall a really good pick. So I'm happy to see Team Q's ban it out.
So we do see a Vel'Kar's ban away from Spruce. I know that's one of Spruce's favorite supports. He's very good on it. Brand picked up for Cubes and Malzahar. Don't know about the Malzahar here. I guess it works out if they want to lock down the Ezreal, but usually you'd pick that to lock down like a single priority target, right?
Yeah, something that's I think Malzahar is really good against like dive. Anyone that wants to get onto the backline, he can do a really good job shutting that down.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how that plays into Spruce's team though. I can't imagine as Malzahar, you want to be sitting in one place channeling your ultimate against a Mumu and Galio because they're gonna get on top of you, and when they're on top of you, there's not much you can do to get them off of you. So I'm not too sold on this Malzahar pick. We'll see how it plays out though. We'll see how it plays. Any thoughts on the team composition so far now that they've been rounded out?
Team comp again. I have to give it to Spruce. I think it's a clear winner in composition. The team fight potential for it is far too good, in my opinion.
It's true. I mean, as long as they can get a good team fight going, if Ratfart gets ahead again and they're constantly picking off one person in a lane, then we really don't get to see the great team fight that can be.
I love that name, Raph. I get tired saying it.
Yeah.
Do you see Cho'Gath again?
Yeah, the Cho'Gath ended up being pretty solid last game. They didn't make too many like game-breaking plays, but it was a strong front line. Yeah, I don't think he ever died. He was a bulwark there in the top lane, and won a matchup that he was supposed to lose against the Urgot. So
Yeah.
I'm excited to see it play out again.
We're gonna see it again.
I'm interested to see if Lord Yaya plays it a little bit differently. Maybe builds different mythic. Maybe plays a little more aggressive early game. I wonder if he's aware that he has a good matchup into the Cho'Gath.
I would have thought so. I think it's one of his most played champions. Correct me if I'm wrong.
For Lord Yaya,
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah, I think he prefers to play the Renekton over anything else. But Team
We do
Cube
see that. That's their very
ban that.
first ban.
Yeah, and they also banned Ornn too. I'm not sure. Maybe Ornn does a better job against Cho'Gath. I can see that with the W, CC immunity, the percent health on the W as well. So I can understand the Ornn ban over something like the Urgot, perhaps.
And
But
we
it's
have
just,
seen Ornn played a lot overall in the season, just because of in a team setting. It doesn't have to impact the lane so much. It does just bring overall gold and stats to your team.
yeah, for
And
sure. Yeah.
that's never undervalued.
In a situation where Ornn could be considered weak in solo queue, it kind of flips a little bit when you're talking about coordinated 5v5. Especially if you can convince your team to kind of chill in the early game and wait to scale. Ornn adds a lot of passive value to your team as the game goes on. But we won't be seeing that this game, so not really much of a reason to keep talking about it.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see how these bot lanes play out again. It's a little bit more snowbally this time. The Ezreal Lux versus the Samira Brand. Samira Brand packing a lot of damage.
Yeah, I
And
do favor the Samira brand.
Yeah, that's both of those people, if left untouched, are going to deal a lot of damage in these team fights. Yeah, you really have to put both of them into the dirt in order to make sure that they're not going to be too big of a threat in the later game fights.
Yeah.
Even Brand, when you put him down, he's so. I don't know if calling a champion gold efficient makes sense, but he really can put out a lot of damage with little income.
Yeah, I think he's just always relevant. As long as a
Yeah.
champion is doing percentage health damage, it's always relevant.
Yeah, reminds me a little bit of Zyra. You build a little bit of magic penetration, maybe a little bit of percent health shred, and bam, you're set. You're dealing damage. You're dealing
Yep.
really good damage for the rest of the game, and that's just kind of how their kits play out.
I think this lane's going to be up to Spruce on his Lux just to land the bindings in lane, especially early, to try and get them ahead.
Yeah.
Position of power.
Let's think about it though. The Samira can protect the Brand from those situations, and even if Lux does land a bind, how much damage can they follow up with it? I think the Ezreal can do a decent amount, but he's on the lower end of the damage as far as early game ADCs go.
Yeah.
I personally don't think Ezreal is a very good early game ADC. He kind of needs at least 2 or 3 items before he really starts to hit hard. Whereas Samira, you give Samira a Brand who's chunking half. Samira will chunk the rest of the half, and yeah, I think I'm looking to see Abraham, Rage, and Ubahars here really take over this bot lane, and I'm looking to see Stone Giraffe break that apart.
Well, we'll see if he can do it shortly as we load into the game. See a cleanse on the Malzahar. I'm wondering who he's afraid of with that. Probably just the Amumu. There's a cleanse on Samira as well. I have a feeling these cleanses are going to catch Team Spruce off guard. We don't see it very often.
I think about how it's going to play out. It could be good to get out of the Amumu ultimate, but like you said earlier, if Amumu waits for Samir to cast her ultimate first, and he uses it and interrupts it, Samir then cleanses the Moo ult still did what it was intended to do, which is interrupt the Samir ult. So I'm curious to see how that plays out. Most of the Samirs I see take exhaust because they are getting so in your face. They need to be they need to have that exhaust to make sure that anyone they get up and close and personal with can't just one shot them. And she already has enough lifesteal in her kit that if she's not being bursted by somebody, then heal isn't necessary because she has enough healing in her kit regardless.
Yeah.
So I think the cleanse isn't bad. Cleanse isn't bad. What were you gonna say? Sorry.
At that point, if they're not killing Samira, Samira's killing them.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think Galio is going to have a particularly fun time in this lane, however. Malzahar is going to Malzahar, just endlessly push that wave and walk away.
No. It's not too bad in the early game because Malzahar does need to. He can burn through his mana if he's hard pushing the wave. Needs to have at least a mana item or two before he can really do too much. I'm interested to see how this top lane trade turns out. Looks like it ends up being pretty equal between the two. A little more aggressive than last game, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy to see that out of the Urgot. Already building a nice CS lead.
Have to be his redemption match here.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm looking to see Till Truth redeem himself as well.
Till Truth Spruce looking for his first win still in the league. You see a sizable CS lead already on top lane on Urgot.
Yep. It's like Galio's actually getting the push here in the mid lane, which is kind of surprising against Malzahar. Doing a good job. For those who don't know, Malzahar's passive, where he gets that spell shield, is a little bit like Malphite shield, where when it's down, if you continue to deal damage to him, it will continually reset that cooldown, which is really nice. I actually learned that from my friend Lumen. It's helped me quite a bit in my my Malzahar matchups.
Yeah, I think that's very easy for Galio to do here. It's his Q's a very easy skill shot to land on an
very
immobile
easy,
like
very
Malzahar.
easy. Yep. Even if the main circle part of the Q doesn't hit, he can still hit the pieces on the side.
See a bit of a scuttle duel going on here. Ratfart does walk away with the scuttle.
Yep. Samir's taking a lot of damage here in this fight.
Alright,
this lane so far. Till Truth just now popping his health potion, going to be back to full health here soon. Samir has a little bit. She has a little bit of life steal coming out of the Dorn's Blade, maybe in the runes as well. So might be able to heal up a bit here, but nowhere near as much as Ezreal.
I am surprised to see the pressure coming out of the Ezreal here.
Yeah.
Into this lane. It's not going how I thought it would. See Mumu doing scuttle. He may be contested again.
Yep, getting pushed off perhaps by Ratfart here. Oh no, he did finish the scuttle. Appears Ratfart looking to potentially turn this into a fight. No. Okay. Spotted out by the red team. The bot lane just backs up. Nothing more's happening there. Galio taking quite a bit of damage here in the mid lane. Has a little bit more mana than the Malzahar though, so he might be able to hug the turret, get some CS. Yeah, Malzahar's all out of mana now. I know he can regen with his E getting kills. There's ways for Demonitis to play around that and try to outplay it, I suppose. For the most part, Kubes probably gonna reset here soon, maybe TP back. Demonitis also looking to do that same thing. I expect him to use his TP to get back to lane.
Yeah.
Also, I said Kubes has TP. He does not. He has cleanse. Kind of surprising, actually. I would have liked to see perhaps the TP out of Malzahar as well.
See Spruce pinging the Kayn. I think they were scared of him doing an early dragon.
Yeah. They have good vision around it though, so I can't imagine he'd be able to sneak it without somebody finding out, sniffing it out. Demonitis actually holds onto his TP because Kubes does not get the wave crash into turret.
It's a good decision by Galio.
Yeah. I would have liked to see him freeze it there. Maybe ask for a gank from the Mumu, but...
Yeah. See Ratfart looking for Galio here. I think he's just looking for red form points.
Yeah, I can see that.
Inting
Not a
for
bad idea.
form, as Kane's main call it.
Did you catch what time Ratfart hit red form last game? I actually didn't see it just because the splash chart
I did
didn't
not.
update.
I did not, but I'll try and pay attention to it this time.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I think that's really important. I was gonna call him out on it because I didn't see the avatar image that you would normally see on the mini map. It's supposed to like transform into whatever form Kane goes to. There's a bug right now in our current patch where it's for some reason showing Kane's skin as the avatar instead of his form and his default skin, which like it's supposed to with every other champion.
Well, you know, you can't blame Riot. They don't make much money. Things like this take time.
Yeah. There's a lot of things going on in League of Legends right now, and maybe that's just a little further on their list or a little further down.
So if we take a look at bot lane here, we see the pressure's actually turned. Brandon Samira completely bullied them out of lane.
Yep. Now that actually, I was gonna say now that Brandon Samira has some damage, but none of the 4 bot laners have gone back to base yet up until now. Ezreal just went back to base, just got some items.
Oh, Moo.
He's got that tier stacking. Moo is being found out here, but I don't think Radfart has enough damage to turn into anything.
I think Radfart is doing a great job of prioritizing his scuttles. It's obviously a lot of vision.
It's great to see that this Urgot is actually doing much better in this matchup this game. I'm
quite a sizable CS lead.
Yeah, big CS lead, just got the flash out of him as well. May even look for a dive, especially if Scrubby trying to tank this entire wave. I would have liked to see maybe a little more aggressive play from Lord Yaya, and not just let him clear it out there, really, for free.
Especially since he did just see Cho'Gath use his ultimate on a minion, so he knows he has that pressure advantage. He's lurking.
So yeah, I would look for. I think he could have landed the stun, or he could have landed the dashing flip there. He could have got another trade, and you land those trades. You put pressure down. You force the jungler to come top, or you force summoners. He's already got the flash. Oh, I like this positioning here.
Yeah.
He misses the dash, which is a bit unfortunate, but that Urgot passive still gets a good amount of damage out on the high health Cho'Gath there. He is running a little bit low on mana, so the goal of trying to chunk him out of lane is slowly.
So we do see Stone Giraffe looking for a lane gank down here. He's not sitting on any vision. They do not know that he's there. But unfortunately, this lane's being pushed into tower.
Yeah.
He may just... No, he's calling it off.
Not a bad idea.
Tired of waiting.
It could have worked if he had been a little more patient. I didn't see how long he was sitting in that bush. But lane's pushing back out. Yeah, lane's pushing back out now for blue team.
And they do see him.
Amumu is close, so it's a good counter gank from Stone Giraffe.
It's a great exhaust.
Lands a 3-man Amumu ultimate with a 3-man Lux ultimate to follow.
Fantastic play from Spruce's team.
Yep, they pick up Ratfart. Oh.
It's exactly what we want to see.
The flash from the Amumu comes out. Is it enough to get a kill? It is not. It is not. So, Brain flashes in return. It's one of those things. Maybe if the Samira had heal or exhaust, maybe that fight goes out a little differently. Maybe Ratfart makes it out alive. Hard to say. But regardless, it was a good counter gank from Stone Giraffe. It was good that he was around bot lane. Looking for that initial gank.
Looks like the Kane's coming back in.
Yeah, Kane's looking to repeat.
Yep, it's a good repeat gank. Both blue team summoners, red team have their flashes, so...
Yeah. Spruce doing a great job of shutting down that engage.
Yep, it's a really good route. Making Ratfart waste his time here. He still has a CS lead on the Amumu, but Amumu has a kill and is scaling well into the mid game now.
Yeah.
Urgot's playing this matchup much better than last game. And besides that, everything else is fairly equal. I guess Malzahar's got a decent CS lead there in the mid lane too. But I guess Galio doesn't really matter too much. He can still farm pretty safely, and you're not really going to stop him from doing the things he wants to do in a team fight.
Yeah, let's see if Mumu answers that dragon with a Rift Herald. would like to see that.
TP coming out from the Cho'Gath there. Good job forcing that out. I would like to see a Rift Herald here. Kane could come check that though. He's doing wolves right now. Yeah. He is aware that Amumu's in his jungle.
Aggressive positioning from Amumu.
Yeah.
I do like that.
Yeah, I'm down with it. I think he's got. Let's see. Let's check out.
I think Amumu wins this fight in a 1v1 situation.
Yeah, Amumu has a little bit of a goal lead here.
Yeah, Urgot's coming down. They're calling for it.
Equal in levels. He's got Conqueror as well.
Oh man.
I think the flash was a bit unnecessary from the Urgot, but it secures him the kill.
And makes it so Radfart.
Yep, they get the Rift Herald off that as well. Radfart doesn't even have a chance to flash. So overall good play. Good play from the red team. Spicy fight going into the
bot lane.
The bot lane, yep. Also apologize, I said it was a good play from... Did I say blue team? I think I said blue team.
Do you see quite a big CS lead on Malzahar?
Yeah.
I predict he's going to become a bit of a problem.
Yeah.
Once that Leandrius gets completed.
I didn't really talk about this earlier in the game, but I would have liked to see maybe a little more Mumu pressure around the mid lane. It's very, very easy to gank for a Galio lane, especially against a Malzahar who has no mobility and is constantly pushing the wave. He really could have punished that, maybe gotten himself snowballed a bit, or maybe even snowballed the Galio a bit. And if you have both of those champions free to do what they want in the mid game, Galio Mumu can do a lot of cool things.
Yeah, I think.
Whoa!
Wow, the mirror lives.
Well, that was spicy. Overall, no one dying.
No one died, so.
But a trade of summoners.
Yeah.
We get the flash out of the Ezreal and the flash out of the Samira. Ezreal's heals coming back up. Samira still has her cleanse. You know what? I was thinking primarily about the cleanse being used against the Mumu ult, but it's also really good against the Lux as well. Lux looks to land her binding and then throw her, kind of hit all of her keys and land her combo afterward. And if you can cleanse the binding, then you can essentially avoid the combo that comes afterward.
Yeah, for sure.
It can protect you from a lot of damage, maybe even more than what heal could have healed you for. So this is kind of how I would have liked to see Demonitis play this lane sooner. A little more in your face, a little more trying to force some trades to get him lower so that you can entice your jungler to come gank a lane. I know sometimes it's a bit hard to get their jungler to show up if the lane's kind of an equal state. The laner's at full HP, has ultimate. It's a bit. It could be a task to get your jungler to come to that lane. But if he gets those good trades, he's constantly communicating that he can land a stun, get on top of Malzahar. I think that's a great opportunity for Red Team to get ahead, but they haven't really done it They haven't done it at all so far this game, and Galio's suffering for it now. He's falling pretty far behind the CS. He's down 800 gold.
Speaking of junglers, we did just see Stone Giraffe pop a Rift Herald in bot lane. They were looking for that first tower. I would have liked to see them pressure that a bit more. They did have the number advantage, and there wasn't a lot of health left on that tower, but they decided to call it off.
Yeah, taking it a bit slow. They could get it off this next wave. I have a feeling it's going to be kind of hard to push against Brand Samira when they realize that their tower is so low. They're probably going to do... They're going to try their best to keep that wave off of turret. It's a bit harder now.
Yeah.
We also could have seen perhaps a rotation from the Mumu as well to try to pressure that a bit more, because that's a lot of gold that could be picked up for the red team. Yeah, I'm starting to see why Urgot wins this matchup, I believe.
Yeah, we have a kill bot lane. Samira kills Ezreal.
That's a big kill on the Samira. Oh, that was hot. That was hot. Samira blocks the Mumu bandage, which pretty much would have sealed his death, and then dashes out. Really nice. Mumu might get picked off here. Really good damage coming out of the Lux. does not matter. Mumu dies anyway to the Malzahar E. That burn will follow him and will end up taking his life. Rest in peace. I'm getting a bit scared for Team Spruce.
Yeah. They had some great early advantages, but
Yep.
in the power of the Samira brand is really starting to, you know, put this bot lane behind.
Yeah. And you wouldn't expect it with the Samira having, you know, only 20 CS and a kill over top of Ezreal, but that has amounted to nearly 1,000 gold lead. And against an Ezreal as Samira, that's very, very scary.
Yeah.
There he goes. Here it is.
And here we go. That's that combo. That combo
Yep.
is deadly.
Yep. Yep.
There's no getting away from that.
Yep.
I'm not sure if Ezreal had already used his Essence Flux there. Maybe they caught him with his pants down.
They may have. They may have. There's a lot of CC, a lot of damage. There's not too much you can do in that situation unless you have like a super Peely support. But
So we do-
unfortunately, Lux is half damage, half enchanter, so she's not the greatest at protecting. What were you gonna say, Mel?
I would just like to bring some attention to the warding here. If we look at the difference between the two teams, a lot of pink wards coming out of Team Kubes,
Love
and
that.
as far as I can see, 0. I see 3 sitting in Team Spruce's inventory, and not 1 on the map.
Yeah. Yeah.
And as we all know, Vision wins games.
Yeah. It'd be really nice to see them try to get some of that vision out. Try to reclaim some of that vision around Dragon Pit. That's probably going to be the next big fight of the game. If I had to guess, looks like it's actually being started up by Cho'Gath, actually. While the rest of the blue team is pushing the mid lane in. He's giving up top turret for this, I think. I can't. Yep, there it is. Top turret does go down. That is the first tower of the game. But Cho does get the dragon in return and gets his team on the way to getting that dragon soul. So you can make an argument that was a pretty good trade by Team Kubes, and specifically the Cho'Gath. It really depends on what the Urgot can do with all that gold he just picked up. Luckily the plates are gone, so he didn't get an incredible amount, but still got first blood. I'm sorry, first tower. Oh, big fight going on here in the mid lane.
Might see a pick on
Abraham
Galio.
Rage actually goes in.
Yeah.
He's got more dashes. Oh.
Oh, it's great Mumu
Oh,
ulti.
Mumu goes in, but he has no follow up.
No one to follow him up.
He still gets a kill. Maybe.
There's
Nope.
the power of the Amumu there. It's been hotfixed once, twice, I'm not sure.
Yep.
Still looks completely broken, in my opinion.
Yeah, he did a good job there. He was able to pick up a kill for his team. Unfortunately, it ended up being a better trade for Team Kubes. You're able to pick up 2 kills instead of for the 1. And they also picked up the kills on the jungle and mid lane compared to the support. So overall, a much better play coming out from the blue team.
I think
And more kills on the Samira. Just scary.
Despite Team Spruce being behind here, watching that, I still feel like if they have a 5v5, that Amumu is going to come in clutch, and I feel like they can still win team fights.
Yeah, just
Pretty
imagine
handily,
imagine what an Amumu Galio team fight would look like if they can land their combo properly. It's hard to speculate how far ahead red team must be in order, or I'm sorry, how far ahead blue team must be in order for that combo to not be worth anything. But I'd argue that blue team doesn't have that big of a lead just yet. I still think that Galio or Amumu could very well carry these fights if they land both their ultimates.
Yeah.
Prime
Just looking down the scoreline, all of Team Q's power is on that Samira.
Yeah.
And if Spruce decides to pull the trigger and start a fight, there's no way that Samira can really sit back and build up her ultimate stacks to really go and engage.
You see, there's actually
very difficult.
there's a good amount of power on the Malzahar too as well. If you look at the gold, there's actually a pretty big gap between the two mid laners, about 1,800 gold.
Oh, quite
Coming from the CS, about 60 CS now, which is quite a substantial increase over the Galio there. Yeah, about 50%, which is huge. And on top of that, blue team's got a couple turrets as well. They're equal, but the blue team did get first turret, so they got a little more gold off that. Actually, no, I lied. I'm sorry. Red team got first turret.
It looks like Urgot could be in trouble up here.
Yep. So he gets out. Nice. Don't want to throw another kill into Samir's hands.
Oh
Looks like
boy.
red team wants to fight this actually.
Yeah, the
Uh,
Kane is not there, but
yeah, Moo is dead before he can get any sort of damage off.
Oh,
Brand does pass. Cho'Gath knocked up. Demon Eyes
this might
getting
be
in there.
the team fight they
oh,
want.
Brian, we got the Cho'Gath.
Oh,
Yeah,
goodness.
oh, Samira's coming in for the cleanup. Good lord, that's a lot of damage. They might keep going for this. If I was Samira, I'd keep chasing here. You got a wave coming up,
Yeah.
you can dash into it. Oh well.
I think they have the potential to do Baron here.
Yeah, maybe that's what they're focusing on. They might do it here. Yeah, Malzahar does have really good Baron damage. Although Samira's at half HP, she's got a lot of life, so she'll be able to heal that back up here soon.
Yep.
And Kane can keep tanking. Kane has a lot of healing in his kit as well, so should be a free Baron here, unless something magical comes from Team Spruce. Amumu is level 10, has Smite, but is going in the bot side of the jungle. They are giving this up.
We did see a TP coming from Cho'Gath.
Yeah, they're giving it up. I'm not sure. And okay, Mumu's actually coming. I'm a bit confused there. I feel like the Mumu could have got to the Baron pit if he went straight there. Maybe he didn't realize that it was happening. It seemed like Lux was well aware of it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if there was a communication issue there. Maybe a Mumu kind of gave up on it and then was told by teammates that it wasn't completely lost. So you started walking back up there again. I'm not sure what happened, but
Especially being in a movie, like you want that Baron pit fight. Like, everyone clumped up from one space.
yeah, you land Bandage Toss. Mumu's ultimate is now a stun. So getting a big stun on a lot of people would be really clutch. And honestly, it could be. Oh, got a fight here in the mid lane. Galio should get out of this just fine. Mumu does go in here.
Goodness.
Galio does not have ultimate to follow up, but he gets good damage off. I don't know if there's enough to kill Samira though. It's got a lot of life steal. Oh my goodness. If Galio has ultimate there, that's a bit of a different fight. I'm not sure if they threw more damage at the brand than the Samira. I think they're both AoE champs, so I don't know if they really had control over that too much. But
Yeah.
I would have liked to see more focus on the Samira to try to kill her instead of the brand. But
Scrubby were playing very aggressively.
And despite Urgot having, and looks like he was winning a lot of those early trades, it didn't amount to much. He's got a little bit of a CS lead. He's got a couple kills that came from a couple fights.
He
But-
does have the item advantage over that lane. Two
Yeah,
completed items.
2 items, yeah. Cho'Gath, though, I don't know, man. If you're not completely dumpstering Cho'Gath, then you're not gonna kill him. And I feel like Cho'Gath's at that point now. He didn't he didn't get hard dumpstered. Let's take a look at his HP. How much HP has this man got? Let's see here. Can I click on him? Oh yeah, 3,400 HP. Nothing. That's actually not too absurd just yet. We are only 34 or 24 minutes into the game. If we compare that to other people, the Gallia, which is kind of a tanky champ, at 2,200 HP, and then let's look at the Urgot. Urgot sitting at 25. So
I think the real question is, what does Team Spruce have to do now in order to get back into this game?
They need a wombo combo.
they need a
honestly,
wombo.
Michelle.
Yep. Yeah. It really comes down to the synergy between the Amumu and the Galio. We almost saw it in that last fight in the pick on Brand, but Galio's ultimate unfortunately was not up. Otherwise, that could have been a much better fight for Team Spruce.
Does Urgot get picked off here? No.
Looks like he's fine. Yeah, he's okay. There are more coming up for him. I don't know if the Malzahar can get there in time. Maybe.
Honestly,
Nah, he's good. He's safe.
they've either got a wombo combo.
Oh. Okay. I got excited because I thought a dive was coming. I'm glad they called it off
Yeah.
though, just because I think it would have been a bad dive. But damn, I would have been excited to see it happen.
I think the other way in for Spruce in this game was just for Lord Yo-Yo to be an absolute split push menace to the point that Cho'Gath couldn't contest, and he's just not strong enough.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to be at any point now.
This might be an interesting side topic. What do you guys think about Spruce being deathless so far in the 2 games?
You can look at it two ways. You know, see it as in playing very well or not taking enough risks. And I'm not sure which one it is.
Yeah. I think with Lux, it's probably better to play for option A. You know, I mean, I don't know, playing playing to the strengths of the champion. You want to sit far back. You want to try to avoid dying as much as possible. You want to pick up that Magi's and try to build up those stacks. And if he had Magi's, he would be stacking up pretty well here. Lands a good amount of poke. That's kind of another way for Team Spruce to get into this game is by landing a good poke with the Ezreal and the Lux. It seems to be working out well for them in this fight, or at least in this this top lane push from the blue team. We'll see if that can be a recurring strategy for them to try to delay and outscale blue team here.
Yeah. Things quietening down here. We do see both teams resetting, I assume, for the Baron in 1 minute.
Hmm.
And we're going to have Cloud Drake in Dust Under 2. We do have Team Kubes on Soul Point. And they're not going to want to give that up. There's no way they will not contest this.
Yeah, they kind of have to. But on the flip side of that coin, if they choose to take this fight and lose it, and also lose the dragon, the game's pretty much over. And I'm not sure if they want to take that risk. We have to think about what kind of dragon they're looking at getting here. I believe it's going to be Cloud Soul if they get it. And what does Cloud Soul give blue team?
Well...
Yeah. Oh!
No!
We got a little bit of a pause here, boys.
Do have some technical difficulties.
Looks like we've got Scrubby
Of
Buff
some
DC.
kind.
Yeah, we got Scrubby Buff DC'd here in the bot lane.
It's very unfortunate timing considering he's in the middle of a fight right now.
Yeah. I wonder how this is gonna happen. What's gonna happen after this gets unpaused? Oh God, we're gonna find out very quickly.
We see Kane backing, like,
This
if
is
you're...
not looking good for Scrubby Buff right off the bat. Now does Lord Ya? Oh, okay.
Flashes out.
You know what? I was gonna say that maybe Lord Yaya backs off out of honor, but this is the Legends League game, you know. There's no room for that shit in this league because you gotta get W's in the win, you know, in the win column.
Yeah, if you see an opportunity to take a scalp, you take it.
Yeah. And honestly, if you see somebody DC'd in front of you, you gotta jump on that like if you're a mountain lion jumping onto a gazelle. You gotta go for it.
Oh yeah, I'm taking it every time.
Yeah. I don't even know if mountain lions come
near
into.
gazelles?
I don't know if that situation pops up in the wild very often, but I have an idea of how it would pan out if it did. I have an idea. We see Divine Sunder coming out of. This has been a little while, okay, but I'm gonna call it out now. I had an Ezreal and the Urgot. I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know how I feel about it.
From what I hear, Divine Thunder itself is a strong item, and
Yes.
I can see it being strong on Ezreal.
But is it good on the Urgot? Is the
I
question.
don't think so. It has a 1.5 second cooldown on the item. And to really unlock the power of that item, you've got to be using it on cooldown, and Urgot just cannot do that.
Yep, I agree. It's not like Urgot built Triforce back in the day, you know? What the hell?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a really good pick on the Moo Moo. If you can pick
That's
off
very
either the
unfortunate.
Moo Moo or the Galio, you pretty much secure a team fight for yourself. And that's
Yeah.
exactly what Blue Team did here. Forcing Summoners out as well.
I think they can take an inhib here.
So a really good dodge out of Abraham there on the Lux ultimate. And it looks like a red team wants to go in here.
Here
Let's
comes
see
the TP.
Okay, they got the brand out. The brand's down.
They're very low health.
They go down here as well.
He got it. Doesn't even
So keep
grind him
going?
up, just kills him with the damage.
The heal coming out of the Ezreal was trying to keep casing. That's a really good dodge at Abraham. God damn. He wants more. I don't blame him.
He's really unlocking this Divine Sunderer.
They should Baron right now. Or actually, they can deny the Dragon as well. Maybe denying Cloud Soul is a better bet. It's a safer bet, though. And I don't know if Red Team is in a position to be playing the safer bet. They really need to be able to be in a position where they're pressing the tempo. I don't know if Cloud Soul would have been all that great for Blue Team. Don't get me wrong, it's a good thing to have. But I think I would have liked to see Red Team prioritize Baron here. And it looks like Blue Team may actually pick up Baron because of that.
Yeah. I think the Baron was their window back into the game. They could have potentially
so.
took an inhib for that.
Yep. Yep. And with Baron recalls, you can very easily come back to that dragon fight. That being said, this is not over yet. We can see a smite steal. Nope. Ezreal does go down to the brand as well.
Ooh.
Maybe even though.
This is not playing how I thought it would, honestly.
Your team Spruce, you're feeling a lot of depression right now.
Yeah, I think Q's in a very strong position to push this in, potentially end.
I don't know if they'll be able to end. They got 20 seconds on both the Ezreal and the Mumu. We'll see. We'll see. If they can chain a kill or two here, stagger some revives out of the red team.
Yeah,
anything's possible.
It's going to be uncontested inhib.
It's good damage on the Urgot. He has to flash out. I don't know if he needed to, but he chose to. They also have a big wave pushing in the bot lane as well. It should be easy to just rotate down here for that. Pick that turret and inhibitor up as well. Although I want to say the red team could look to fight for this. They're a bit split right now.
They're trying.
Yep. The Samira is still alive.
There we see the Samira. Samira is resetting.
Yep.
I see another ulti, 2 back-to-back Samira ultis, completely shredding Team Spruce. I think this is over.
Wow, that's really unfortunate.
They had an opportunity to land the beautiful Mumu Galio combo that we talked about all game, but they didn't. They didn't. Both the Galio and the Ezreal ultimates were still up at the end of that game.
Ooh.
And it makes you wonder what if.
Yeah, stars did not align for Team Spruce.
It's an easy TO for 2-0 for Team Kubes.
Yeah, they certainly put up a better fight in that game, I think.
Yep.
But
energy was there. Yeah. The Malzahar ults were really clean. They never really got a chance to dive on either. Actually, I can't say that because the Mumu did have opportunities to get onto the back line. The follow-up just wasn't there. Maybe a lack of communication. And once again, I called this out a little bit earlier. Spruce deathless for the 2 games. And I don't know if there were many opportunities where being more aggressive could have changed the situation or changed the game or changed the fight, but it does make you wonder why Spruce has zero deaths.
Yeah.
Could be a boon.
Certainly a topic for debate.
Yeah. But a debate for another day.
That's it from us here at Legends League. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Love you, miss you, bye.